There's a big storm of brewing. At least I'm fresh. I can't stress it enough. You are watching, you are, if you're alive right now, June 2023, this is, okay, how do I say? We're in a time where things are drastic. Like my father growing up, or families in the 80s, there was a slow, movement of time where things were a certain way. And things changed, but they were very gradual, you know. Like we have a cord on the phone in the house. Before that, we had the cord too, but we had the rotary, and then it was dial, and then it was a cordless. Oh my goodness, all right? We're at the point in society right now where I just saw this video of somewhere in high school where the teacher was teaching the children, well, technically children, they're in high school, they're minors, they're under probably 18. Anyways, the teacher was discussing about pleasuring your booty hole. So, we're in a drastic change, and it's a conflict, and we're living in Sodom and Gomorrah. The Bible said it's a return at the end of times. And it is what it is. And you could joke, you could laugh, you could dance if you want to. You can do whatever you want to do. But whatever you believe or don't believe, we could agree on smoking your best shit right now. I would not be saving cigars right now. Yeah. The earth is not looking too reliable right now. New York City, you can't see in the air. Right? Richie, you're so depressed. No, not really. I'm just, Target was selling whatever. We know what they were selling. Anyways, yeah, Bud Light's gone. All right? I used to like Bud Light, and not because it was a good beer, but what it represented. When I was like my 20s, you're going to a party, you're 20 years old, and don't give me that bullshit, you always drink craft beer. Maybe now, but there were people back in the early 2000s, you're bumping and grinding at nightclubs, you're drinking Coors Light, Miller Lite, or Bud Light, at a backyard party. You didn't give a shit, you know what I'm saying, though? We didn't know anything about IPAs, Anyways, where am I going with this? You do what you gotta do. This is an all-new cigar by Diesel. Now, Diesel, originally, if you know anything about the brand, look at that lightning and thunder, beautiful. I'm gonna try to catch more of it. How do I catch more of it? Yeah, put it back. So anyways, Diesel, they had the uncuts, and the bundle cigars, very affordable, and it was what it was with those, and they weren't bad for what they were. You used to get them for $2, $3, and they were reliable. Trying to catch that storm. Here it is. Do the best we can. Anyways, flash forward. Diesel, with the combination of STG with General, they started releasing like the Diesel at lounges. That wasn't just internet only. And you could correct me on that, because back in the day, I remember uncuts just being like on CBID or Cigar International. But then you start seeing, like, before the Whiskey Row, there was like the hair of the dog, the grind, and there was, and there was, the hair of the dog was, I think that was one of the first more higher end, the next level in a sense, for like a solid mid-tier diesels, and that was actually really nice. Time went on, they made the Whiskey Row. They had two of them, right? The Rabbit Hole and the other one. I don't remember the names, but yeah. So, and then they also had the Esteli, I think, which was just very dark and strong. More simplistic as far as the complexity, but they did one thing right. If you want a strong and dark cigar, well, you did that. I just saw this cigar actually like maybe a week ago in real life at a lounge, and I saw the box and everything. I was like, that's a Diesel, and the box is really nice. And it had like a box within a box with like plastic the thick PVC, that PVC. Oh yeah, I guess. Anyway, they look nice. I was quite surprised, but you know, that place was gouging about $19, I think, a piece. They're MSRPing around 16, 15.79, so $16 cigar. So you might see between that play point, maybe 14.50 to 17, depending on how people want to slide it around, you know, in what state, and what lounge. The point is, though, so it was interesting seeing Diesel under AJ with General upping the game. You know, when it comes to AJ, or at least what I can say is when he raises prices on his cigars, it's not just like, oh yeah, because you'll buy it. Not like they're higher tier than his other cigars. So he's very appropriate to his price point. So if you're getting a $2 uncut, you know, online, it is what it is. It's gonna be a reliable cigar, but you know, it's not gonna be like a hair of the dog, you know, or it's $12 El Rey de Mundo. You get what I'm trying to say, though. So just like with his, what was that one? The Dorado. That was a step up for his San Lotano line. That was the best in that category, you know, of his own, with his name only. So within the Rabbit line here, I guess Diesel line, but within the Diesel they have, this is the third, it's hard to read this. It's beautiful looking, but the lighting right now, it says Rabbit Hole, Diesel, Founders Collection. Here you go. Boxergrail. Yeah, and apparently the rye whiskey, the binder, okay, the wrapper is Connecticut broadleaf. The binder and the fillers are Nicaraguan Habano. And that's that. The binder is the one aged in the rye. Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee. The banding on this is very nice. It's unique on that foot. That's pretty unique. I like the design. The paper on it. I mean, it feels like a nice business card, and I sound like American Psycho. But I'm being dead serious. I mean, this looks like a nicer, higher end Diesel cigar. And it is what it is. Perfect construction. A very dark cigar, a very thick looking wrapper. Let's smell this foot. That's very pungent. That's very pungent. I don't know if I exactly described that. I'm not gonna lie to you and say it smells like lollipops, but it's pungent. So yeah, we got this going on. And this, so I didn't buy this. I saw it the other day. I was buying something else. But when I got the Bolivar yesterday, the fine gentleman there from General Cigars, they threw in one of these. And they put a nice little letter in there. When I review the Bolivar again, after letting it dry out, because I had a great time yesterday, but I really would like to try it. I have to let it sit for at least 2 or 3 days in my dry box, because yesterday I smoked 2 of them and they were great, but I know if I even smoke it after 2 days, 3 days in my dry box to let a little moisture out, since I just received them, I'll get even better smoke output. And the better combustion, the better smoke output, the more pronounced any cigar's flavor is going to be. Check out the cold drawer. That's pungent. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Ding, ding. Ding, ding. Here's the ding, ding. This is advertised as one of their stronger cigars. So this being AJ, and for saying it's a bolder blend, generally AJ already means like it's going to be strong. It is what it is. You know, whether you like it or not. So the concept was designed by one person, then it was blended by AJ and rolled in his factory. So there was more than one mind behind this. And then obviously they worked with that whiskey company. Is that called Rabbit Hole? I don't really drink that much anymore, but shit. Yeah, I really don't drink anymore. I mean, I'll have a drink, you know. Here's what it is. I'm not against it, but you should be mindful. Be mindful. Oh, that's what it is. Really enjoying the toasting on this. Foot smell. That foot smells phenomenal. Sweet and syrupy. Okay, here. Now maybe that green wrapper there, it's like a light, I don't know what, that's a green, is it ever green? I don't know. That color's throwing me off. But anyways, it kind of throws me off to realizing how dark this wrapper is. I'm talking about the advertising band, but the actual cigar wrapper, my goodness, that is really dark. And that's how you light a cigar with one puff. A nice long, soft toast. Wow. That is a lot going on right now. Wowza. That is a lot. Feeling the hand is very... I don't know how the hell that happened, but my camera literally just shut off, and I don't have lack of storage, and it didn't shut off in a normal way. Like, there's nothing touching the buttons. Like, it made that little symbol like it was loading. Like, it was, you know, when you're loading something, and I don't mean like I'm loading, you know, like what I have in my pants right here. I'm not talking about that. That's got an 8-inch barrel. USB compact is just shorter barrel. Anyways, what just loaded into my phone? What the hell's going? It's that storm's kind of crazy coming in right now. I'm gonna tell you this right now. We've already talked about how every new release General has done in the past, few months has been ridiculous, unique, bold, lots of flavor, and at a really good price point. That cigar is straight fire. That's a strong cigar, but it's heavy, and it's rich and complex, and it's sweet. Oh, that is fire. I feel like I'm drinking whiskey. If a cigar was as strong as whiskey, you know what I'm talking about? I'm not saying because you get vodka and whiskey, the same strength, 40%. But the difference, whiskey, rye, scotch, you got that burn that people love, that emotion. Wow. Well, if you like strong cigars, darker cigars, very heavy cigars, very rich, that finish is delicious, but it's a lot. There's like tons of vanilla on the finish, caramel, like black pepper. There's a lot going on right now. An exquisite amount of charred wood, like I'm sitting in a fucking barrel. Well, that's the best diesel cigar I ever had. That definitely took it to the next level, and I'm enjoying seeing the potential of these brands increase, right? Like they haven't made their best cigar yet, you know what I'm saying though? Like they haven't peaked. That smoke, holding that smoke is full strip. Just puffing on the cigar is a heavy medium to full. So we're in the first quarter inch of the cigar. Just puffing it is a heavy medium to full. Holding the smoke in the true intent of the cigar is full strip. Finish is loud, strong, heavy, complex, sweet, spicy, bold, everything. So look, wow. And it's changed, wow. You would almost think this is infused, but it doesn't have artificial tinge to it, when you're smoking like an acid or something like that. No, that is just really good barrel aging on the binder. And I wonder, placement counts everything on a cigar for different reasons. I wonder if barrel aging the binder makes the most sense. Right? Because if you barrel age one of the leaves in the filler, you gotta picture how fillers are, whether they're wrapped up into a circle, like a carpet at the bar, or if they're bunched. It's part of the filler, but it doesn't touch everything. The binder is really the first wrapper, and the wrapper is kind of like the external binder. It depends how you want to look at it, but it is. So once you have all the leaves bunched up, that binder, just like a piece of cheese melted over a cheeseburger, it's even though there's more meat, but that piece of cheese is the first thing you taste on every bite. So I wonder if having a binder for the barrel aging makes more sense, or if it feels more uniform. I'll tell you what, that's a great fucking cigar. I can't lie. If something sucks, I'm gonna throw it across the street. I'll break it in my hand. Here's what it is. And as we watch the world end right now, %80 darkness, 80% darkness, almost full strength in the first half inch. Holding the smoke is full strip. When you hold the smoke, you're going to get the true intent. The problem is when you're just puffing, there's loss. Just like a electrical current going over a wire, there's always loss. There's always loss. There's always loss. There's always loss too. You can have a pretty girlfriend, a pretty wife. Unless if you married her in high school and she was a virgin, there's loss. What do you mean? Well, yeah, she's your pretty girlfriend, but by the time that prettiness got to you, other people have gotten that voltage. Other people have felt that amperage. And you're like, yeah, well now it's mine. Yeah, now it's your electricity. But I hate to say it, she went through someone else's transformer, maybe once or twice. If you're not holding the smoke on your cigar, these are things I tell people for a reason. One, make sure your cigar is not too moist. If the bands can't move at all, or if the tobacco looks like it's like bulging above and below the band, and the band looks like a tight belt on a fat guy, the cigar is too moist. Leave it out or put it in just a dry cedar box for a couple of days. It'll be fine. Soft, gentle heat, this is a must. Here's what it is. Pay attention. So, initial impression on the quality of the cigar is phenomenal. The price point, even though it's higher for diesel, for what we're getting, a great barrel-aged cigar. And like, if I didn't know this was diesel, I mean, dead serious, it would feel almost like, oh, did Liga Number 9 make a barrel-aged? Like this wrapper on this, it's eerily similar to the thickness and the character of this wrapper to a Liga Number 9, which is a Connecticut broadleaf, right? Maduro. So I have nothing bad to say about this, and I'm just upfront though. I didn't pay for it, but if it was bad, I would still tell you. Listen, you're not gonna. Nobody paid off Richie. You think I started this channel 5 years ago to like, maybe I'll get like a couple of sticks and and then I'll sell out. I'm the most reliable guy you're ever gonna talk to. I promise you. I'm consistent. If something sucks, it's going over the ledge. Cigars, people, no, that's the old me. Well, I'm the old me, but the new, well, okay, you get what I'm saying. My old, right? People say I'm old. Well, you're the newest you ever been, right? When you were younger, that was before, in the past. And the past is older. Holy shit. You're always the oldest in the present. And in the past, you were younger. Holy shit. We gotta get to 88 miles an hour. Very rich. Very intense. Not what you're expecting either. Caramel, nutty, but tons of vanilla, black pepper, tons of char, like oak wood, in a beautiful way. Long, heavy finish, creamy finish. Sticks to the teeth. I have zero bad things to say about this. We know this cigar is going to get a grading. I'm going to come back. Um, Depending if you like this, that kind of, what I'm telling you, that's either 5-pack or box worthy. I wouldn't say just buy one, buy at least 5 of these. That is phenomenal. That is phenomenal. Like, I got to give it to it. As time's gone on, AJ stuff has hit a new level. I couldn't say the same a couple years ago. They were strong and bold, his stuff, the San Latanos, the original stuff, and before that, and when he worked with other people, like the aging rooms, those were great. Those I like because he's worked with Ralph Natal, or when he worked with the Punch Diablo, those were great. But it seems to be when AJ works with other people, and they don't go full AJ. And I mean that with respect. I mean, he has a certain style he likes, but when he works with other people and they combine his quality and control and a good price point, that's kind of like where the magic is, in my opinion. I didn't want to let go of the smoke, but I have to breathe. That cigar is in its last third, in the first third. Draw is fantastic. That finish. Be careful if you smoke this and then you drive, because the cop, he's not going to believe you that you weren't drinking whiskey. You're gonna smell like a charred barrel. Man, you've been drinking whiskey. I was smoking diesel. Was that a new meth? Smoking diesel. And for a safety record, don't smoke diesel fuel. Diesel fuel, if you smoke it, you could die. All right? I'm just really tired right now, so maybe I'm not showing my proper emotion. Okay? I don't, no, you don't care about my problems. Right? And I don't care about yours. And what I mean by that is I can't. Meaning all of us collectively, nobody cares about. I mean, God cares about us. But He gave us a will to figure a way out of it, or find a way to survive, or find a way to hide. It depends on the moment, right? Right? Like if you see a bear, if you could get away from it, it's smarter. If you're stuck, I don't know, grab a rock or a twig, a bigger twig. Hopefully you have a knife. Now, if you got firearms, that's what it is. But if you got a snub-nosed nickel-plated 38 with like, an 1 7/8 barrel, you hope. It's a grizzly. Good luck. We're back. We're deep into this cigar. Perfect construction, perfect burn. I don't know what everyone else is doing. I'm not a warlock or a wizard. I don't get down with sorcery. Sausage and peppers, rigatoni. That's okay. Anyways. It's staying around medium to full right now. The best part of the cigar is literally the flavor and the finish, what it's doing. It is unique. It doesn't feel like a run-of-the-mill Connecticut broadleaf. We know exactly what you're going to get. In fact, it's the opposite. Whatever they did with that aging of that binder, and then with the tobacco, everything else, and the filler, normally with Connecticut broadleaf, you get tons of chocolate, etc. Not on this one. It's quite refreshing. Pungent finish. Caramel, vanilla, tons of charred wood. Really nice black pepper. Very long, creamy finish. Sticky to the tongue. It makes me want to go out and buy a bottle of that Rabbit Hole Boxergrail. I got nothing but praise for this cigar. Very delicious. It is slow burning. It is a very thick, heavy cigar. I found myself really like holding this smoke a lot and holding it for a long time. But even though as potent as this cigar is, and as much flavor as we're getting, it doesn't feel dirty. And what I mean by that is, it's quite smooth. You know, it doesn't feel like edgy where the cigar, you know, they didn't age the tobacco they're using enough. So all across the board, it definitely takes diesel to the next level. Now, for some people, they might not care about that. And here's what it is, you know, no cigars for everyone. But, excuse me. Let me clear my throat. The cigar's making me think a lot. It's got a very unique character to it. It's making me want to have rye whiskey now. Yeah, really? God, that's really nice. That is like so much better than I thought it was going to be. I expected it to be good. And, you know, for compared to most cigars, you know, $15 is in that, you know, starting to get an upper mid-tier cigar pricing. Obviously, it has phenomenal construction, great draw, great burn. The packaging on this cigar, if you saw it in the store, is really nice. The bands are really nice, so, you know, etc. I believe, though, this is a limited production, though. So I don't know if it's a one-time release limited production or a yearly limited production. I can't tell you that. But I can tell you should try it. So if you like AJ, sure. And if you don't like AJ for any reason, still give it a shot. And if you haven't messed around with diesel cigars because you're like, oh, well, that's the, you know, the bundle cigar brand from Seabit, and I get that. But that's where that shit started. That's a massive lightning. My big head is blocking it. But this diesel brand has come a long way. It's interesting to see this brand, you know, climb the ladder, just making better stuff. It's got to count for something. That sweet vanilla and caramel and the charred wood and the black pepper, that's really nice. That's all I'm going to say, but I'm going to come back, you know, as video's getting long here. But nothing bad to say about this. Not even the price point. For what you're getting out of the cigar in this day and age, I feel it's quite reasonable. I'm not going to say it's a super high value where you're like, man, this feels like, you know, $40 cigar. What does a $40 cigar feel anyways? Besides $40. The point is, though, like if this cigar was like $10, $11, it'd be like, bro, they underpriced it. Like, yo, you get what I'm saying, though? So it's absolutely worth the price. But the price is kind of, it feels, for the brand as well, it feels appropriate, you know? Like the El Rey del Mundo AJ, that price was, for what it did, it felt low, which was good for the consumer. But in people's minds, they might be thinking, oh, it's $11 cigar, $12 cigar. Why is it so good, Rich? I mean, you know, people spending $10 on $11 on, you know, Romeo Reserve Real, 1875 in this day and age. You know, everything's changed. I used to be a $6 cigar. We're going to give this an ash test. I am in a super chill mood. Relax. I took a nice hot bath. I got fresh. Got that salt bath. Just relax. Good for the joints. Let's give this an ash test, baby. And it is what it is. Pretty solid. Does it pass over the head? Wow. So, We are just been getting great construction on these non-Cuban cigars. We'll come back. So we're deep into this cigar. Well into the last third. Here you go. Great construction. Perfect draw. Let's test it. Dude, that's ridiculous, man. That was some serious ash. Perfect construction. Hey, I gotta commend him. And there you go. Finally, after 2 ash tests, and horizontal's harder on the ash than vertical. Horizontal, all that weight is being supported by only that much. This way, it's really, that's actually a beautiful cigar. 80% darkness, tons of creamy vanilla, tons of caramel, nice black pepper, really nice charred wood, like you're gonna smoke a barrel. The finish is so long, sticking to the teeth, the gums, the lips, everything. Not a good transitional cigar. So don't smoke this and have something else, unless you're gonna smoke the same cigar, because your profile, guys, when the guys smoke multiple cigars back to back, you know, I don't think any cigar necessarily goes well with another one as good as the same cigar will. So, but no, I wouldn't want to transition to another cigar. I mean, if you're just smoking for effect, then it doesn't matter. You can smoke any cigar you want back to back, because you're just puffing. But if you smoke for flavor and paying attention to the cigar and holding that smoke with long, heavy finish, now there's some cigars that can't go well, like because they're very close, especially in the same brand. Like if you went with a Padron 26 and then did the Padron 64, and I would do it in that order. Not just because the 26 is the better cigar, but the 64 is more robust. So as the second cigar, it's gonna plow through, and you'll still be able to pick that up. Not as much if you smoked, just the 64 first. Whenever you go to your second cigar, if it's not the same cigar, that first cigar is in some way ruining the second cigar experience. There are cigars, like I said, that can be close, but I'm telling you, if you're truly smoking to get to know the cigar, smoke the same cigar twice and really get to know it. .6, solid cigar. Buy a couple, at least a 5-pack. You're not gonna find a 5-pack, just buy a couple. Absolutely, bang out for a weekend, just have fun with it. Enjoy it, it's a limited release, so I mean, who knows how many are made, I don't know. And how long it's gonna be available, I don't know. It is what it is, but it's nice to see Diesel get up there into a new category. This is better than the other 2 Diesels as well. The Whiskey Roll, the Rabbit, whatever, one was called the Rabbit Hole, I think. I don't know. But those were good. But this was better. This took it to the next level. This was really nice. So I don't give out a 4.6 lightly. Everything about it feels like a really nice cigar. And the barrel aging on this was really noticeable. Really noticeable. But in a good way. It really enhanced the cigar experience. So that's where it's going to be. the Diesel, Boxergrail, Whiskey Row, whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna fuck all that up. I already put away the band, but it is what it is. Magical cigar, delicious, potent, heavy, strong, dark, super long finish. If you're into like a full experience, you're gonna love this. I wouldn't have it for breakfast, but that's that. I'll see you around. Stay fresh. 2 showers a day, good quality soaps. Eat some prunes. Stop eating that candy. Stop drinking that soda. Eat prunes, drink water. You know, occasional alcoholic drink, okay, but occasional is what it is. I mean, we're all gonna die, but for the time you have, you want to be in as good health as you could. I never get sick. I eat prunes every day. I drink tons of water. Your body needs water, preferably filtered. Your body needs water. I can't stress it enough. You do what you got to do, but I mean, self-maintenance is the best medicine. Take care of yourself, you know, so you don't have to be on medications. You know, maybe do what you want. I'm 40 years old, perfect health. Watch out. Watch out. Don't eat fast food, it's garbage. Exercise a couple times a week, even if it's just something light. You know, stay strong. Don't be a bitch, right? The body's important. I'll see you around.